Hi friends, this is Paul Cundiff. Just wanted to show you where we're at and and ask a couple questions of you. So we've got the old transom out. We're going to put it back in temporarily when the engine comes. The engine will be here in a week, which is news for you guys too, probably. The engine will be here in a week. We just measured for the cables. We'll mount the cables, of course, up in this area up here. The flooring, of course, you know, it came in pretty much looking like this. Part of this framing was rotted, and Jesse's replaced that, and that's Derek in the green. So there was a step down here. We're assuming, or we're pretty sure there was a step down here. At this point right here, you'd step down between the seats. To drive, you'd step back up in this area right here, or to ride, a passenger would step back up over here. It looks like this cross member was for a bed. It's 6 foot from the bulkhead to the stem at that level, so that was evidently for the bed. And this lower cross member, we took it out when we were working on these planks, was probably for a floor that would go from the bulkhead to the to some point underneath where the bed was, and that bed would have been a U shape, probably with an insert. So some of the questions that are coming to mind are, what do you want us, if anything, to do on the bulkhead? Of course, we'll mount the controls up here. In this area here, we have a kind of sort of an angled dash.
Yeah, are we reusing the old dash?
Well, we would reuse or remake the face of the dash, because the gauges, we'll have to select a gauge package.
Right.
So that's another point, is we probably need to go ahead and select a gauge package. Let's see.
Are we mounting the throttle on the dash, or are we going to have like a side mount up here?
It's a side mount.
It's a side mount.
It's a side mount. And then we were kind of curious as to what was happening back here, whether there was some seating back here or not. We've got it figured out. What we're going to do for reinforcement is, like back here on this stringer, we'll reinforce from about whatever the height of the transom is right here. That would be about 35 inches. So we would go forward 35 inches, and we're going to fasten a triangular shape plywood to that, and go down at that angle. And then on these one, will be shorter, because we'll only have 30 inches from the bottom towards the deck. So that one will be about like that. And so we'll repeat the mirror to that on this side. We might even do something right down here as well. So anyway, that's what we got for the idea for reinforcement in the back. Some other questions. Do you want to have, or are you going to, or do you want us to spray varnish on the inside here? You know, clean that up and spray varnish. You know, it's kind of like going forward now. We need to start planning that. You may already have a plan that we're just not aware of. That's cool. So just wanted to show you the progress. Also, the bottom is ready for paint. Of course, we're holding off on the paint so that we don't have to go back and touch up where we put the fasteners in. Curiously, that old transom there was no bedding compound or caulk.
It was 5,200.
Oh, there was 5,200?
Yeah, there was some type of seal in there. I'm assuming 5,200.
Oh, okay. But it came off easy?
Yeah.
So probably not 5,200 then, but some kind of sealant.
No, but it's scraped off real easy.
Yeah. So anyhow, we're thinking about putting on the transom, on your new transom. We'll vacuum bag that to laminate everything, and we're thinking about putting about a 1/4 inch of planks. When we make planks, we end up with some resawn material that we use essentially for veneering. So we've got some stuff that's too thin to make a plank. Well, that was not too thin to make a plank, but we end up with some stuff that's too thin to make a plank, and we use that for veneering. And that's what our plan is right now, is to use some of this wood for the veneer on the back of your new transom. And that'll give you a really thick beauty grain that can be refinished throughout your lifetime, past my lifetime, probably past Taylor's lifetime as well, without having to be anything done to it, anything replaced on it. So that's the latest. I believe Derek was telling me that we've run out of funds. So along with all this information will be coming a request for additional funding. Thank you.